Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Okay, so today's video is going to be a bit different, and as you can see by the title, it's what I've learned while being 17. I'm still 17, but it's just the little things I've learned on the go. So let's go. Okay, let me use my sister's phone because I'm recording with mine. This one, it took me a long time to understand this properly. And this fact is, some people are going to be a lesson, some people are going to be a blessing. And it took me so long to realise that the fact that it could be friends, it could be relationship, it can be literally anyone in your life that you come across. And I'll give you an example. I was in a group of friends, right, throughout the whole of secondary. But these friends, some of them, were my primary school friends. And they used to bully me. In my second primary school, I went to two. My second primary school, they used to bully me. As in, they used to make fun of me. I used to be left out a lot. And they usually put me in a shit position. And it came to secondary. I was friends with them for a long time. I'm not going to go into detail what happened, but I removed them. I don't want to be friends with them. I was fine. There was nothing wrong, but I just didn't want them having my social media. And stuff escalated. And they were really nasty, rude, they really said deep stuff. And the old me would have crashed out, but I realised in that moment, let them say what they want to say, I'm going to remove them in the end. And ever since that day, I'm telling you, I've never met or seen them in real life ever. That makes me realise that God put these people in my life for a certain period of time, and eventually, they weren't supposed to be in my life anymore. Gone. I don't see them. I don't know what they're doing. I don't care what they're doing. That is one thing I've learned. Okay, next up. Don't compare your... comparison is a thief of joy. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's 20 plus years of hard work. I do this a lot with social media. When I started out TikTok, I used to have 100 followers, I'd say, and I used to compare myself to someone that has 1 million followers, and I used to tell myself, oh my god, I want to have 1 million followers, I want to do this, this person's so lucky. But what made me realize, I used to scroll all the way back to the end of their video, to the beginning of their video, and I used to think about, this person started off just like me, like I'm doing right now. I've started off, I'm just at the beginning. Hard work and actually do consistent making TikTok videos, for example, then I'm going to get somewhere at a point. But now, I'm so grateful 7,000 people want to follow me on my TikTok. Deep that. It might not seem a lot to other people, but looking back at where I started off and now where I've become, and how long it took me, you understand hard work actually pays off. And the fact that I'm so grateful that I've got a big amount of followers. If 7,000 people stood right in front of me and say, yeah, I want to follow this girl, that just means a lot. Next thing I've learned whilst being 17, okay, is to stop judging. I swear to God, yeah. This was something I did constantly. I am telling you, that's how I know I've mentally matured enough to take this step and not to judge people anymore. And I feel like God has given me this life lesson. I used to judge constantly. Any girl I see, I don't even know her, I'll judge her. Oh my god, look at her, what's she doing, how's she looking, how someone's look, someone's outfit, everything. I used to judge. I used to say this bad word. I'm never ever gonna say it, but whatever. I used to say this bad word. I didn't even know, and I'd be like, yeah, this person's up. I know this person's up. I used to say this word constantly. It was constantly on my tongue. And I deep it, and I deep how bad that word is, and I went to the definition. It was disgusting, and I should never ever say that about anyone. But thank God, I've stopped, and I know what's wrong. One day I started college, and I was late to college, and I didn't know any girls there in my college. My course is full of all girls, kind of base girls, so I didn't know anyone. I sat down, but I was by myself. I didn't speak. I'm really like a really quiet kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get shy a lot. So I'm just really preserved in myself. And the fact that I made loads of friends eventually, not loads, but a couple of friends, fine. And then we were speaking, and one of my friends goes, Layba, I thought you were like the word I used to say about everyone now, like a bad word I used. She goes, as a joke, she didn't mean it, but she goes, Layba, I thought you were, because you were really quiet, you really didn't speak to girls. I thought you're the type to speak to boys, whatever. So I thought you were this word. And I'm like, wow, like that hit me deep. Not because of her, like that's how she thought, but I'm thinking, wow, karma hit me. I used to have that word on my tongue, and knowing this girl doesn't even know me, didn't even know me in the beginning, and she thought of such an image of me before getting to know me, made me real and cut me actually deeply to make me realize. I'm happy it did, but it made me realize, like, I used to be that girl to say to everyone. I used to be that girl, used to judge other people, used to say this word constantly on my tongue, and it was so bad. And once someone said it to me, it made me realize how much of an impact it can cause someone. And after that day, I am telling you guys, I swear on my life, I've never ever said that word, that I've ever judged anyone after that day. But I feel like that was a way of God telling me, listen, you're gonna judge other people. This is how people are gonna see you. That's how people are gonna judge you. You think you're judging people, people are judging you. Reach this fire, just comment, thumbs up. Become a better version of yourself. I still struggle with this every single day. Mentally, I'm struggling with this. I'm thinking, what version of myself, the one I want to be, become a better version. I never understood this phrase when people used to say it, which is why I'm on Pinterest. And I wish I was addicted to Pinterest, but no, I just go on it a few times a day. And it's just, I have this mindset of what you want to become, you know? You see Pinterest, there'll be pictures of going to the gym, getting a new car, getting a job, or anything else, yeah, that you know what you want to become, and that you know you can do that, and it's going to take slowly. So becoming a better version of yourself in that way of achieving these much goals. Like, still for me, that version of myself is in the working process, you know, but I'm slowly getting there. Because I used to struggle, I used to struggle, I still do, to be honest. I struggle with my college assignments, my exams, and I know the better version of myself, if I want to create that better version of myself, I need to put my foot down and not think it. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes we think, oh, I need to go to the gym, but I'm thinking about, don't literally, if you want to do something, don't think about, just do it. And that's what I have learnt to do. If I think about it, then I'm gonna see, or I think about, do I want to go to the gym? I'm gonna regret it. Can't be asked. It's just long. That's what's in my head though. But when you don't think about it, just do it, you're gonna be like, oh my god, like, I'm doing better now. I actually feel better. Like, because sometimes we're our own biggest enemies. Sometimes we think the worst of ourselves, and we need to paint a picture that we actually need to grow, if that makes sense. Like, no one's gonna help us in life, honestly, other than yourself. Everyone's always gonna be focused on their self. No one's gonna tell you, listen, you need to stop sitting down, stop bed rotting, get out of bed and do this, this and this, achieve this, this and this. No one's gonna do that except from yourself. You're your own biggest enemy, or you can be your own best person, own support person, you know? No one's gonna be there for you, realistically speaking. In your worst times, I am telling you, nobody is gonna be there for you except you. And what helped me at my worst times is my relationship with God. See, I'm a Muslim, right? And my relationship with God was, I'd say for me, it was a struggle a lot. I didn't have no one to talk to. I used to bottle up things. I didn't know where my mindset was at a young age. I used to have like a really shit mindset of, I'm never gonna achieve this. I'm such a shit person. I can't achieve this. I'm a shit person. I'm rude. I hate everyone. Like, I used to hate everyone. I had be rude to people because I'm like, why? I don't like you. For no reason, I'll be like that to people at a young age. I had such a shit mindset. But growing up, I didn't know how to pray. Yeah, no one taught me how to pray. I used to attend mosque class, but like, I used to read the Quran. Read it. I didn't know the definition. It's like reading a book, but don't know the meaning to it, you know? So I can read the Quran, but I didn't know the definition of it. I didn't know anything. And then I used to never know how to pray. No, I used to literally die the prayer mat and just sit down and make dua, like speak to God. Make dua, like have that connection with God, saying like, Ya Allah, I don't know how to pray. Like, I struggle remembering things. Forgive me, just give me a sign so I can pray. Like, I don't know what the words are. I don't know how to pray. And then my sister clocked on. So I think that's a sign God gave me. And then my sister clocked on, saying, Layba, listen, talk to my mom. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Do you know how to pray? And I said, no, I don't. What age was I? 15, 16 years old? She's like, do you know how to pray? And I go, no. Honestly, like, I was so upset. I was like, I don't know how to pray. Like, I feel so embarrassed. I feel so shit. Like, I don't know how to pray. And she goes, literally, it's nothing to worry about. She literally laughed in my face. She's like, this is nothing. I'll teach you. That's when my sister taught me how to pray. And alhamdulillah, I'm way better than I was before. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes your relationship, it doesn't have to be what other people, like, your relationship with God can be different from the way other people see it. You know, that's what I view myself as. Yeah, I'm not perfect. Never going to say someone else is going to be perfect either. No one's perfect in this world. Everyone, like, this is what I deep. But people are going to judge you for your sins, even though they're probably doing something worse. We live in that society. Everyone's sinning. Everyone's judging each other. Everyone's pointing things at each other. But that's where I see, like, someone could be doing the worst. And people are like, oh my God, this person did this, this, and this. Oh my God. But I've grew in the mindset of shrug your shoulders and keep on doing, focus on yourself. To focus on yourself because you really cared what other people did, you are not going to be going anywhere in life. You're too focused on thinking what this person's doing or what my friend's doing or what my friend's cousin's doing or a girl that I don't like's doing. You're too focused on that rather than bettering yourself. And that's where we struggle sometimes of, like I said previously, is comparing. That's where comparing happens. And it all begins with having a mindset of not caring what the next person is doing. When you start to realize you shouldn't be caring what the next person is doing and you're bettering yourself, you're gonna actually get far in life and you're gonna become someone you never thought you would, a version of yourself you never thought you'd become. Something like you wouldn't believe you come this far in life just because you stopped caring what other people are doing or caring what people say. Because people are going to say things regardless of what you do. Of mind your business. I am telling you, the day you mind your business and not care what the next person's doing is the day you realize to yourself, I don't care what someone's doing because I'm too focused on my own little world, my own little bubble, that there's no space for me to be caring what the next person's doing. And if I mind my people, like growing up, especially with a sister, I'm telling you guys, with my sister, people were too quick to want to know what she's doing, and I've seen it myself. People look at my stuff and want to know me to see what my sister's doing. I've always grown up with that. I've grown up with having an older sister where people in my year want to become friends with me to see what my sister's doing. I don't know. It's weird like that. I just want to know what you're doing in life, what school you've been to, what you're freaking doing in life, what job you have. the day you mind your business is the day you're gonna feel like, oh my God, I feel so much better inside and outside. You know, when God actually does something for someone, when God, how do I word it? Puts good in someone's life, yeah, puts good. And after all this hardship someone's been through, if God puts something in that person's life which is good, there's always going to be people around you thinking, oh wow, like I'm so jealous, like why isn't that happening to me? It's because you care too much about what someone else is doing in their life, when you should be set on what you need to do with your own life. We have, as we grow older, we have this mentality of I want to know what this person is doing. And really, we shouldn't care. We should grow up to learn. Don't know someone fully. Are you with them 24/7? No. Do you know what hardship they've been through? No. Some can have something so beautiful, but people are going to be like, oh, she's lucky, she's never been through stuff. But in reality, that person's probably been through the shittest life. From a young age to an older age, they could be through hell. And people aren't going to see that. Because no one sees when you're at your lowest. No one's going to be there for you at your lowest. No one's going to see all the struggles you've been through. No one's going to see all your hardships in life. No one, except from you and God. Okay, my light died. And I forgot what I said. So let's just move on to the next one. Yeah? Is you're exactly where you're meant to be. You're not too ahead of yourself. You're not too behind. You're exactly where you're meant to be. And I'm still learning this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I find it hard. I struggle with it. I feel like I'm too behind in life. That's what I think it like mentally. Or I need to make, I don't know, this amount of money at a young age. I'm 17, bro. Why do I need to make this some amount of money that I always have to myself? I feel like, oh, I need to be financially independent. That's my mentality, and it's so bad. Like, I feel like this before I reach the age of 18, I need to better myself. I feel like I'm so far back in life, and there are people surrounding me that are my age that are way ahead of them, and which is wrong. I feel like that's wrong mindset to have. If you're not, for me, I know I need to complete, let's say, my assignments. I need to complete my schoolwork and then finish college, and that's when I can go uni, and that's when I can get a professional job. But I've always had this mindset, I'm not where I'm supposed to be mentally, which is literally so wrong. I'm exactly where God has put me, and it takes time to get to places where I need to be. Okay guys, that's it for today. Make sure you like, subscribe and turn notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. That's it for today.